Okay, so Bristol may have survived yet another round of Dancing with the Stars, but the big question remains, could her mama bear, Sarah Palin, determine whether Bristol wins or loses? With me right now in New York is Erica Vitrini. Erica is an In Touch Weekly senior editor. Also right now in New York, it's the great comedian, John Fugelsang.
Hello, AJ.
Hello, John. And Erica, I'm going to start with you. Do you think that when people are calling in to vote for Bristol, they're really actually casting a vote for Sarah Palin?
Absolutely. I think there's no doubt that she's bringing in her fan base for her daughter, and also just the amount of publicity that she brings to it, whether it be Boogate or her presence in the studio. There's an attention being paid to Bristol the Pistol, we should call her. Even the name itself she's she's So they're like taglines, and she's just pulling in viewers and I think fans to vote for her daughter.
Yeah, and I don't want to take anything away from the hard work Bristol is obviously putting into the show and whether she can dance or cannot dance, but I've said it before, I do believe that Sarah absolutely influences the vote one way or the other. It goes both ways. So I was really surprised when I got the results late today of our Showbiz Tonight exclusive poll. The question we asked was, Sarah Palin, does she influence the vote on Dancing with the Stars? Because we wanted your take. And look at this. Only 21% of you say yes, she does. 79% say no, Sarah Palin does not influence the vote. John, I got to tell you, I am surprised by that. What about you?
Well, I think Sarah influences the vote. I mean, she influences the decision to cast Bristol. I like Sarah Palin. To me, she's kind of like a female Ann Coulter. And when this show began, a lot of people were saying, well, Bristol's not a real celebrity. In fact, she is the most famous unwed teenage mom in history to lecture other kids about abstinence ever. Yeah. And to her credit, she's done pretty well. Her dancing has improved a lot. It was rude of the people to boo Sarah last night. They really were booing her. They're spinning a lot at ABC. But, you know, I think that we've seen Bristol make a big improvement, and I'm sure that Sarah's going to get her some votes, not enough to tilt the show.
All right, so John Fugelsang, you are convinced they were booing Sarah Palin, and I have Ann Coulter on the phone for you. Brooke Anderson, let me bring you in. It looks like people pretty much still think that Bristol is in the show, not because of her mom, but because of her fancy feet. I honestly have to say, I think it will become more clear as the competition gets deeper into the season.
I agree with you, and I agree with John that her mother, of course, influenced the casting of Bristol, but I think the judges are impressed with what Bristol is doing on her own, not because anything her mother is saying or doing. And I think Bristol, of course, has a lot of room for improvement, and that's what the show is about. Viewers are voting for her. They want to see her transform into a ballroom dancer. I think she's doing it on her own. Okay, I got to move now to another story making big news today. I couldn't wait to talk about this. Britney Spears on Glee. It was an all Britney Spears bonanza on Glee last night. And get this, we learned today that Britney's appearance on the show brought in the highest ratings ever for Glee, even higher than Madonna's episode. Everybody is buzzing today about the episode and Britney's sexy little cameo appearance. Watch.
Oh, come on, Britney, lose control. Watch it, take it down.
You're really hot.
You're sweet.
And your breath smells really good.
So does yours. And you know why? Because this is a fantasy.
Wow.
I wish Britney herself had been on the episode a little bit longer, but that aside, Glee devoted the entire hour to Britney Spears' performances, to her hits. Erica, I think this just shows how far Britney has come since she hit rock bottom a few years ago. So do you think maybe Lindsay Lohan can learn from Britney and turn her career around too?
Well, I hope so. I hope that Lindsay can at least be painted in a better light, like Britney is. But as far as how far she's gone career-wise, I'm not sure the show did exactly that for her. In watching the show, I was thinking, wow, we miss that Britney. Where is that Britney? We know she's made her public image a lot stronger, but her career seems to have been, you know, kind of tossed to the side. And these actresses were so phenomenal in doing what Britney did. It kind of made me a little bit sad, too. I miss Britney.
Well, that's true, but it was a great start, I think. And, John, I have to hope that if Lindsay was not at a scheduled counseling session at her rehab facility, that maybe she was watching and learning a little something from Britney on Glee very quickly.
Well, I'd have to agree. As a heterosexual male, I was thrilled that Britney was going to be on Glee, but it was really more of a commercial for her perfume. That's why you heard the word fantasy, and they kept showing that perfume commercial throughout the entire show. So I kind of feel like Lindsay Lohan is in a place where she needs a lot of growth and needs to be off reality shows, and I'm hoping America's addicted to addicts and watching addicts screw up, and I don't really think this was a real comeback for Britney. When they have an ELO show, that's a comeback.
Okay. You two are skeptical right now. Erica Vitrini, John Fugelsang, thank you both.